Morning. How's everyone doing? We were doing some sketches the other night, some pencil sketches the other night. Not really happy with how they came out. I was really tired when we did them. Just looking back on them, I don't know. Just not really. I don't know. It's just whatever. So we're gonna set those aside and kind of just start from scratch. Yeah. I don't know. I've been just like super exhausted lately. Gumball, what's up? So these are based on commissions that I got. So this one's gonna be Alphonse from Full Metal. I started one the other day, and it was like more of a not a portrait, more of like a pinup style. Wasn't really a fan of it. But yeah, Gumball, what's going on? How's your? Oh, it's Saturday, right? How's your Saturday going? I can't believe like the month is over already. So this was my birthday month, April, and I remember when the month started, I was just like super jazzed. I was like, ah, cool. It's gonna be a sick month. It's gonna be super productive, and we're gonna get some rest, and we're gonna enjoy ourselves. I ain't doing a goddamn thing. all I've done, all I've done was work and struggle for like a fucking three. What are we at? 3 weeks now? Over 3 weeks, man. So this is gonna be nice to kind of take the morning and afternoon off to stream. Oh, you're good. Cannot yet get your hand on the graphite pencil. How's it compared to other brand? I don't um like the ones that I'm using. It's the same. Like honestly, I don't have the other ones. I've had this set for so long. This brand, I've had this brand for so long. But I've gone through other ones. Royal. I've had Royal. Um and honestly, they're all the same. I feel like the thing that makes the difference is how you seal it. I use I guess the paper as well because I've used we're using watercolor paper right now, but I've also used what do you call it? Bristol board. Bristol board seems I don't know. Bristol board has a lot of like pores. It's very porous. So I find blending on that isn't as smooth as something like watercolor. I find with graphite stuff, it's all kind of the same in my opinion. I wouldn't spend extra money or go out of my way to get a particular brand. I would more focus on the paper that you're using and thank you for the like on TikTok. I appreciate that. Um yeah, I would focus more on like the brand. Or excuse me, I'd focus more on the not the brand. I would focus more on the paper, like the type of paper that you want to work on. I think that's way more important. But you know, you can't go wrong when it comes to like like Castle. You can't. There are some brands that you know you could just rely on. But honestly, like I said, it doesn't seem to make a difference to me. It's, so I wouldn't really spend so much energy, especially money. I wouldn't spend so much energy and or money to hunt down a particular brand unless you like I don't know for some reason you really want that brand. Hope everyone's month is going well. It's almost. Hope everyone's April went. Let me rephrase that. I hope everyone's April went well. Everyone's April went well. Yes. Slurring over my words. I'm so tired right now, man. A reputable one, so there should be good enough. Um. Okay. Well, yeah. It's not just M Young over in the YouTube chat. How's it going? Ah. Well, yeah. My the requests that I'm taking are actually commissions. I have a decent line of commissions right now. In the YouTube chat, Chris, what's going on? I'm gonna go ahead and just pin this message right here onto the chat. What's happening? Not too much. We're just hanging out. It's a Saturday morning for me. Just really, really fucking tired. And these are all some graphite commissions that I've picked up. So I figured, hey, if I'm tired, at least we can stream a little bit, kind of get them done. Oh, look, we got our first bot over in the Twitch chat. That's nice. Actually, if this arm's forward, this leg would be up. This one would be going back. Eh, change the leg position. Zammy draws, what's up? Good morning. How about me? I'm okay. I'm good. I'm a little tired. Well, a little, just hella tired. Trying to burn through all my pages here as I mess up these drawings. How about this? Instead of working on the commissions, because obviously my brain's not working right now. Instead of working on the commissions, we're just gonna sketch on some trash paper. Maybe some warm up exercises or something. How can you shade it with pencil flat like that without sharpening it to reveal the lead at least one? Are we talking about like trimming off the wood? One, I don't have a knife on me right now, so I can't trim it. I literally can't trim it off, so I can't do that. Um, but I mean, I'm using a smaller paper. Always have a paper knife next to your wood case pencil is your life philosophy. Okay. Well, that's good. I don't work with pencils a lot. I'm primarily, you know me, I primarily live with my brush pens. Uh I just have a bunch of these sitting around. So, yeah, really the only times I use pencil is when I pick up commissions at like conventions. And that's what a lot of these are. And there's just like a whole logistic reason why I do those at conventions, but be down like that. Oh my god, I have like five chats in front of me. What does everyone have going on today on this fine Saturday, end of the month? Uh, Peter, what's up? Somebody stopped by your booth, I think at Acon a couple years ago. Hope you've been doing. Thank you, A. One, I appreciate you stopping by the booth. I really wish Acon was still going on. I know it's been delayed. I don't know if it's indefinitely delayed or if they're going to be coming back. But no, I'm doing well. Just if I seem a little low energy, I'm because I'm low energy. Fucking tired. I just wanted to stream this morning, but yeah. Appreciate you dropping by. Yeah. In the Instagram chat, by the way. Thanks for all the likes in the TikTok chat too. Thank you. Working on Spider-Man print, then work until 10. Hey, dude, that's good. How's that print coming along? Like how, like let's say percentage wise, how close do you think you are to being done? Should be done. It's about 60%. Okay. Yeah, I should be since say producing new prints, but yeah, I don't even have time to do that, man. Like this right here is the most free time I have. Like every time I stream like this, not gonna lie to you, because I have so much like other hey in the TikTok chat, what am I drawing? We were doing some commissions, but I kept fucking them up because my brain's just not firing right. So we're just gonna be sketching right now. Oh wow. Thank you for the share. Shares plural on the TikTok. Yeah, I have so much like work art that I have to get done. And every time I do anything like this, because this is basically like these are we're not working on commissions right now, but even if I were, it's kind of like it's like a naughty thing to do. I have like zero like downtime. That includes study time too. So if I seem a little rusty, I actually haven't studied. This is like I think this is the longest amount of time I've ever gone without like doing some kind of study or refresher or learning something new. It's a long time. It's the longest amount of time I've gone. It's been about like 3 months or something now. I feel like shit, dude. Yeah. And most of the work I'm getting, I'm happy to get work. Most of the work I'm getting is digital, so like a lot of my traditional stuff just kind of isn't carrying over, and is yeah, it's weird. So I appreciate you all hanging out with me. Oh wow. I appreciate all the wow, what happened on the TikTok chat? Appreciate all the likes. Peter over at the Instagram. All the weather fluctuations recently have been messing with your sinuses so badly. Remember we talked about the original 151 drawing. That stuff was so sick. Yeah. Did you know that this past January we did a nah, thank you for the shares. Holy shit, I appreciate that. Thank you. Um yeah, so in January we did a full recoloring of the Pokemon drawing. I did a full shiny version of it because people have been wanting for years a full shiny version of it, and for the 10-year anniversary of it, which like the very first version of that drawing I did was 10 years ago. So to celebrate the 10-year, I did a full shiny version of it, like everybody said they wanted, and then nobody bought it, and I was like, ah, fuck all of you guys. Actually, this should be like right here. Oh, you didn't see the shiny one? Oh, see, that's the thing where Malcolm, dude, appreciate the sub, man. Thank you. I just can't believe that you just sub and now a month has passed again already, dude. Can you believe that? Anyway, Malcolm, I always appreciate that, man. In the Instagram chat, I didn't see the shiny one. Is it still available? It is not available anymore. See, that's the thing about this social media. I spammed because I barely even post on social at all, and I during that time I spammed the shit out of it. I spammed the shit out of that project, and there's still so many people who are like, I didn't even know you did that. I'm like, what the fuck? Like we streamed it on like 8 platforms for like months. No, it was like 9 weeks or something like that. Um, You know, and I was spamming the shit out of it, and so many people still didn't see it, and I was like, this is some bullshit. So, but no, it's not available anymore. I mean, you could see it on my profile. I posted it on the Instagram profile, but it's just not available anymore. Uh, my bad, Malcolm. I missed your chat, Mr. Chat. Let me increase the size of the chat real quick. Nah, in the TikTok chat. Hello. It's crazy, right? We're already almost halfway done with the year. Yep. Ain't done a goddamn thing this year. How's everyone's year going? Let's do a little wellness check on everyone. How's everyone's year going so far? I ain't done a goddamn thing this year, man. Start smoking cigarettes again. Nah, I'm just kidding. Let's think of it the other way. I was given the opportunity to quit smoking again, and I did it. Cigarettes, that is. I got this vape over here though. Our year's been interesting so far. Peter, thank you for coming by. I super appreciate that. I know it's hard to keep people on the what do you call it? It's hard to keep people on the Instagrams. So hope you have a good one, dude, over in the Instagram chat. Oh, Serial over in the YouTube. My God, it's hard to manage all these chats. Yeah, it only works on Twitch, the command. How are the commissions coming along? Shit. How the commissions come along? Not very good. Just having like issues drawing lately. One, I'm rusty because I haven't been able to draw a lot because I've been doing like client work and a lot of non-art work, and the art client work I do have is all digital. So my traditional stuff is like shit and rusty right now. So I know, man. But I've accumulated quite a bit of I've accumulated quite a bit of these pencil commissions from conventions. So that's why I was just like, all right, let's just go ahead and stick them all together into a stream, and that ain't going well. So not me planning to add your to my commission list. Dude, go for it, go for it. I'm already buried. I mean, like I'm gonna have them all done by the end of the weekend. um that's like not really my choice, they kind of have to be. um so y'all can add however much you want to it. It's gonna get done because I have deadlines on other stuff. For shits and giggles, I tried to pre-order the Switch. It's a shit show. You're seeing them on eBay selling for 700, 800. Dude, everything electronic, low, not everything electronic, everything just, you can't buy fun things anymore, man. You can't buy Pokemon cards. You know, everyone who's been hanging out here knows that I've been on that graphics card hunt for a couple months now, and now I've given up. Was able to get a 3060 Ti for my brother, and I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm out. I don't even want to deal with this anymore. So since I've been dealing with that for months now, I saw the Switch 2 was coming out, and instantly I was just like, that's gonna happen to you guys too. It's gonna happen exactly like you guys too. It's the same shit. Okay. So we yeah, we talked about it before where it was like I think the base price of the console itself is pretty okay. It's not a big deal. It's the price of everything else involved that was too high, but now that, you know, you're dealing with scalpers, um the base price of the console's too high now too, and I'm just like, "Nah, dude, like." So there was a question in the Instagram chat that was asking if I ever put my artwork in galleries. I have before, and hold on. I'm just sharpening my pencil because I don't have a knife. I have to use a regular pencil sharpener. um, do I ever put my artwork in galleries? The answer is yes, I have in the past. Twice. And it did not go well. Another game is going to be 80 bucks a piece. You don't even know what's real anymore. They're not even using state of the art tech. The console should be at best 400. I think like hardware wise, 400 would be a fair price. Um I think 500 is because it's Nintendo, and if they're going to be releasing consoles only every 8 to 10 years, then I think $100 markup on it would be slightly kind of fair, I guess. I'd be like, all right, cool, whatever. Um, yeah, but nah, man, I don't see how you're gonna move any of those. Yeah, or um, kids bothering their parents so bad that the parents just cave in and pay, right? I guess. Like less informed parents. Like if a kid is really bothering their parent for a new console, and then the parents looking around, they're like, "Oh, I guess this console's just it's just $700 everywhere. Then I guess that's just the price of this console. And if that's what the price is, then I guess I'm just gonna have to pay it." Like that's what's gonna happen, right? It's the uninformed people who are really gonna fuel the scalping prices. Be sweaty adult men. Okay, yeah, it'll be the FOMO grown ass men buying it, and then whatever's left um, will be bought up by the parents who don't know any better. And then by that time, they'll have moved enough units that it doesn't matter anymore. Oh, the world we live in. Dude, there were people buying 5090s for $4,000. The MSRP on the 5090 graphics cards, 2,000, right? And there were people buying it for four, five, $6,000. And I'm just like, okay, well, that's why we have these prices. Those are the same people who are going to buy the Switch. Those are the same people who are going to pay $1,300 for whenever the next PlayStation comes out. I'm serious, man. Yeah, crazy that the next PlayStation is coming out. They didn't even release any games for the current one. The hell's that all about? You know, like does PS5 even have any games yet? Like I know Xbox barely has any. Now by barely any, I don't mean like they've been out for hella long, right? I don't mean oh there's like 8 exclusive games, 10 to 15. I'm like why aren't there like 50 exclusive games, man? Like those consoles ain't cheap, man. Are they are they PlayStation exclusive? Okay. Well then that's just me not keeping up with games then. Ignore me. So it looks like we're pretty low on viewers. One of them is Halo. Real Talk Xbox. I want to say one or two games worth playing have been released. I I just got bamboozled. I hate the way they're running Halo. I know that's not a new thing. I know it's been like that since Halo 4, but like, dude, I just we're not gonna no split screen campaign. Dude, I can't draw for shit today. Look like a fucking preschooler drawing this fucking car. Honestly thought it was a prologue. I thought the game was just well, I mean, so what happened between Halo fucking 5 when Cortana takes over the universe and then Halo Infinite? You know, I was just when we hopped into Infinite, I'm just like, wait a minute, is this a prequel? Because he's looking like old school Chief. I'm like, what's going on here? Didn't Cortana just like didn't she just Agent Smith the universe? Like what like how y'all just gonna how you just gonna drop that story? How you gonna just drop it like that? Like everyone was sitting around a campfire. Oh, the universe is fucked. Don't worry though. The next Halo game is gonna get real. It's gonna get real, real. Then nothing happens. So I'm having some technical difficulties over here. Not with the stream, with me, my brain. We're just gonna, for the sake of the stream, we're just gonna pick away at the ones that are like kind of done already. Because there's stuff that I want to clean up on the old ones, so we'll just keep picking away at these ones. What you got going on today, though, Malcolm? Saturday? Was that you that said you have the weekends off? Hmm. By the way, one of my buddies just got a huge promotion at work. Uh he's finally gonna cross over and be making six figures now. And I'm just like it's like crazy. Like it was just fun talking to him about it because I was just like, one, I'm really proud of him, but also it's like I feel like we're like adults now. Like, oh my god, dude. Like he lives in Southern California, so I don't know how far that 100K will go, but yeah. Over here collecting some overtime. That's what's up, man. Yeah, real talk though, Malcolm. Since we don't have a lot of people in here, I'm just gonna tell you straight up. There's a good chance you ain't gonna see uh any more art from me probably by the end of the year. Think it's the end of the line, but it's gonna be a fun final lap though. Promise you that. Yeah. So, in the meantime, we're just gonna have as much fun as we can here, and then gonna keep showing my appreciation to everybody. I don't know. Like, I think we have a bot in the TikTok chat and has just shared the stream like 40 times. We have like 400 likes on there now. And I'm just like, all right, cool, man. I appreciate that. Beep, bop, boop, bop. Whatever bot language is. Uh, do I plan on doing one last project? I have stuff that I have to finish, and then I do have one last project that I have on the line, or on the line, the fucking the plan. But yeah, I didn't want to bring it up because like why, right? Holding my tongue for a few months now, but I don't give a fuck. I drink Coca-Cola and Pepsi. You think I give a fuck? Oh, in the Instagram. Patrick Doe. Thought you had it out. Oh no, that was Peter. Oh my bad. My bad, Patrick. Yeah. That was the other guy whose name started with the P. Yeah. Oh dude. It's good to see you in the chat. My bad. I just noticed that was you. Uh yeah, I got your lined up for your commission, by the way. There's a high chance we're not going to do it on stream right now because my brain is just not firing. Like I'm not. Everything I've drawn today has come out looking like shit. So I don't want to do yours if I can't do it well. But I'm gonna have it done 100% by the end of the weekend. Um, Hopefully I probably have it done by the end of the day. It's just right now on stream. I'm just like, you know, Rated, what's up? Yeah, I appreciate that. Always hanging around, dude. I have like a major pain in my jaw that's like permeating from my this pain I have from my ear. I don't know what the fuck happened with it. You know what's funny? We use like graphite pens and these special pencil not pens, these special whatever. There's no difference from when I use that to when I use a mechanical pencil. If you think that drawing in front of you looks like shit, must be bad. No, well this came from a different stream. I'm just cleaning it up. I'm cleaning up other drawings that we did because I can't do any good ones today. And we have people watching, so I figured, hey, it's you know. TikTok's trying to kick me off the stream. Oh, TikTok is detecting. Oh yeah, I forgot. When you stream using TikTok, the TikTok Live, um, TikTok Live Studio, it has like a detection thing where if it doesn't sense you moving for a certain amount of time, it'll kick you out. And what we're doing here, drawing, because you can see obviously I'm moving, and up here and down here, but it's not enough because I think that their threshold for movement involves like fucking dancing. I definitely say I've never once had TikTok as a an app appear on your phone. You know why? Because you're a sensible human being. The only reason, my opinion, to have TikTok on your phone is if you plan to try to use it to make money. Honestly, if you, I mean, whatever dumb shit or smart shit it is you plan to use, what you plan to do on there to make money, to me, that's the only reason to have an app like that. If you actually, honestly, I don't even see the point in having like Instagram if you're not using it to like promote stuff. It's such a time sink. Like if I weren't an artist, hypothetically, uh, and I just went to a job and clocked out, I would not spend that few hours that I have after work stuck on my fucking phone. Like I I just can't, I don't get it with some of you people. I said you people. Like think about it, you wake up, you spend like you don't get to, assuming you have a family or something. Like you wake up, you don't even get to do anything. You just go to work. You just survive work, and by the time you're off, so you want to spend what hours you have left, just fucking, you know, like they'd rather give you their Instagram than their phone number because then not only because they're always gonna have the power in getting getting like they're gonna be the ones that get the net thrown at them, right? Whether they want you to reel them in or not is up to them. But not, they're gonna get that no matter what. But now they're also gonna get a follower, and now they're gonna get somebody who's gonna constantly give them dopamine hits. That's why it's better than a phone number, because if you give somebody your phone number, it's just like they might text you, which is kind of annoying. But if you give them the Instagram, whether or not you go out with them, they're probably going to keep following you, and they're going to keep liking your pictures. It's going to keep getting you that hit. You'll keep getting high. Curious George, what's up? Oh, in the TikTok chat. Yeah. Um. But yeah, I am. You know, the day ever came where all I did was clock into a job and whoop, clock into a job, then clock out. Whatever hours I have left, I promise you are not going to be spent browsing, watching someone else's life. That's insanity to me. Even if you're like the most boring fucking person in the world, like playing, you could just like even if you're not gonna like learn a skill or something, wouldn't you rather just play video games? You know what I mean? All fucking day. You clock out of work. You're just like, all right, no, not stream it, not try to monetize, none of that. Just go like, oh, I just want to get to like, level 900 on whatever game, and I don't need anyone to know about it. I just want to go and enjoy my video game, or something like that. Anyway, that's just my old man rant. As somebody who has used social media for his business for over a decade, I'm just like, I don't know how so many of you are committing what little of your life you have left to this thing. What did ET say? He said, what do you say? Some of you are giving up your future for this phone, and the phone ain't brought you nothing but a bill. That's why so many people depressed. Look at these people on social media live in their fake life. Oh yeah, for real. So there were just some things I wanted to clean up on this Lalandra. There's some things I wanted to clean up on that Winter Soldier. Um, where's that Winter Soldier? Oh, there it is. So one of the things I really didn't like about this Winter Soldier, which by the way, is based on the Marvel Rivals Winter Soldier, so it his proportions are a little weird to me, but that's what they look like in that game. So, um, you see how there's no really dark areas. It's all very washed out because I used a 2B across the whole thing. So it's like maybe on the camera it doesn't look that way, but you see how on the Landra there's a lot of dark spots. There's a lot of dark areas. The values in the darks are actually dark. I pushed it, um, and arguably we could push it a little bit more here on the metal areas, which I think we should because it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be metal, so there would be higher contrast on there. With Winter Soldier, it's all so dull and washed out. So we're gonna clean that up a little bit. Okay, since I can't draw right now because I suck, we're gonna just clean up these. Okay. Yeah, and I'm not trying to talk down. Like we're not trying to bring the stream down. I'm just saying like I really it really surprises me. Uh, as someone who uses it for his business, um, I'm just like, because I didn't even have a Facebook really until I started my art business. And I remember when I signed up for it, all my friends were like, "What the fuck is this, man? I thought you said you weren't gonna hang up on Facebook." It's like, I have a friend who I don't see him often, um, every couple of years maybe, and he's living that old school life. He he's I used to work as a mechanic. He works as a mechanic, and he's still in the field. And he has his family, and then he clocks out, and he just hangs out with his family all night. And I'm just like, wow, you can't get a hold of him otherwise. And I remember we were sitting there. It was at like a friend's barbecue, um, an IRL barbecue, as the kids would say. You go hang out in real life, and there was this. This was years ago, like when I was kind of like at my max, trying to be um Mr. Gary V. Like in like that's when I was trying to do all that stuff. And I remember we were sitting at that barbecue, and we were talking about it. I was asking him how he's been, and he was telling me about what his everyday was like. And there was this part of me that was very like not envious, but I was just like, wow, that sounds so peaceful. It's like fuck, man. Doing this. Uh, hey, in the YouTube chat. Looks great. You're pretty quick. Thank you. Don't let them know that these were done on the last stream. No, because like ever since I started this art, whatever that I'm doing, I basically haven't been able to exhale in like a decade, and I'm really tired. And yeah, I remember that conversation with him, and I was just like, that's amazing. Catch yourself scrolling Instagram while you draw, Thrasher says. So I put your phone somewhere far so it doesn't distract you. I intentionally sold my old phone, downgraded, and then I don't have any social media installed on it. I when I need to do something, I will install the app and then do that thing that I need to do. And then once it's all cleared, I will because I could access all of that from the desktop, my work desktop, right? Like Instagram and all that. The only thing is you can't post Instagram stories via desktop. So yeah, I actually downgraded my phone. Um, and then I only install the applications when I need them for something. Like if I'm gonna promote, for example, this graphite live stream. Um, Thank you for all the likes on TikTok, by the way. Thank you. And then I just put it away. Yeah. Told y'all I've been ready. Told y'all for years I've been ready. Still has the plastic peel on it and everything. Told you guys. This is that this is that revolver with one bullet in the bank vault for me. Oh, this boy? Yeah. This is the end of the line right here. All right. I missed something that Malcolm wrote. So you work in finance. You had a client this week that has oh, damn 120 worth of debt because they want to attempt to become an influencer on Instagram. How you go 120K in debt trying to be an influencer? How? Like, there's I could understand if you're starting like a business where you have to buy machines and then you have to like you have major investments up front, right? But influencer means that you're a walking billboard. How do you put yourself 120 grand in debt? Is it because they're trying to do that, but they didn't have another job? Is that what it was? The second they got their credit score at 800, they put themselves into crazy debt. God damn it, dude. What? All right, so Malcolm in the chat wrote um basically somebody he works in finance and he knows somebody who they got their credit score to 800, they put themselves into crazy debt to try to become an Instagram influencer which failed. But I mean, if you already made enough money to be out of debt and credit score 800, you seem to be doing fine for yourself, right? Oh my god. They were charged. Okay, so Malcolm says they were charging their credit cards to go vacations to hotels and renting cars so that they can look all pretty and stuff online. Of course. Hey man, I keep telling myself like I try not to judge people who do stuff like that because I just tell myself I just don't understand it. I just tell myself I'm at an age where I just don't understand it. I try not to judge anyone. I'm just like, look, man, you guys do. I just obviously I just don't get it. You guys do you. All right, that's cool. All right. Okay, so we're just gonna push the dark areas of this drawing a little bit because it's looking a little washed out. Um, so that's what we're doing here. I'm actually just gonna use this Sakura mechanical pencil. So technically, this is an art pencil. So that's just some fucking Office Depot pencil. It has a bunch of cheap lead in it though. It's so this is a fancy mechanical pencil I'm using, but I have cheap lead in it. It's the Snap-on toolbox with the Craftsman tools in it. That's what this is. It's just like all my brushes. I have Pentel brush pens, which are really fancy. But then I just use like real like the cheapest trash India ink in them, and it's the same. Yeah, see, just the mask. You see how much again? Hopefully, it picks up on this the camera, but just pushing the dark areas on the mask looks much better. This was a commission I picked up at the Cherry Blossom Festival in San Francisco. I had an artist table at the Cherry Blossom Festival this past weekend, and the person who commissioned this specifically said, "I want Marvel Rivals Bucky in his vest outfit. It's very slutty." And that was the directions that I was given. Even with good credit, the average interest rates are 29. No, no, but my point is, you said they were out of debt. If they're out of debt, fuck interest. If they were out of debt, you know how like remember when I paid off my student loans? I don't know who here was around for that when that happened. But remember when I paid it off, I was just like, all right, I'm never going to any school ever again. Nothing. I'm not. I'm never. I was like, I ain't doing nothing. I'm not doing anything ever again. uh, you got some India ink, right? Yay! India ink is the best. They got that PH Martin. It's like $4 a bottle. Uh, put some music on. No, I can't put music on because I'm multi-platform streaming, and if I broadcast music, even if it's safe on one platform, it's not safe on the other ones. So like Twitch has a library of stuff, YouTube has a library of stuff, but they don't like intersect. So I could play something that's safe on Twitch, then YouTube's gonna be like, "I gotcha," you know. It's just easier to just not put anything on. Plus, it gives everyone the opportunity to put on their own music. You don't want me playing a bunch of hard style shit for like 4 hours, right? Damn, Malcolm. I bet you see shit like that. So Malcolm, based on your line of work, how many people do you? I never even thought about this. How many people do you come across who are trying to be like influencers, like professional influencers? Is it super common? I mean, I'm assuming it's common, but that's just in my head. But since you're in the field, how common is that? Okay, so as somebody who has tried to make his art business work for over a decade. I've seen the I've seen a lot of things come and go. I've seen the rise of Jazza on YouTube, the rise and fall of Ross Draws. I've seen artists on Snapchat. I've seen Snapchat come and go. I've seen everything at this point because I've been in the field for so long. I'm gonna tell you something right now. You can't, unless you have a team of people and hella money already. It's not gonna happen intentionally. The people who blow up on social, it happens by accident and it happens by chance. So going back to the thing that Malcolm was talking about people trying to do that, it's just that's a fool's errand. If it happens, then you have to be responsible to capitalize on it and try to make the most of it. But trying to make it happen is like trying to make a meme happen. It's like trying to create a cult classic movie. It's like trying to create like hold on, my dog just opened my door. My dog's like a velociraptor. She knows how to open doors now. Yes. What's up? What's up? Yes. Yeah. What's up? You wanna hang out here? And say hi to the stream? Come. Hello. Look how big this dragon is now. Ooh, she's like 65 pounds. Go lay down. So Chris is asking, are these characters out of my head? No, they're based on existing characters. Like this X-Men character, this is the Winter Soldier. Um, no, so they're based on existing characters because they're commissions. They were, requested by people. And people like to have their favorite characters drawn. But I drew them like their poses. Like all this comes from my head. The characters themselves are not out of my head. But like I come up with the poses and stuff. Oop. Hold on. I think we had a question in the Twitch. Is that true about Ross Draws? Is what true? I'm not accusing him of anything. Nothing to accuse him of. I did listen to some of the I did listen to some of the art tea around Ross Draws. Um and the only issue that I see, oh, you heard bad things. So again, these are all just, it's just people are upset because he implemented a lot of AI, self-admitted. So by the way, this is not like slander. Um he self-admitted to using AI in a lot of artwork, including stuff that was included in his latest art book. Um and listening to all the gossip about that stuff while I was working, the only thing that came to my head was this is only a problem because people idolize him. He's a millionaire. Think like, okay, look, he's been on top of the art world for like a decade, probably surrounded by yes men. He's a millionaire, and people are surprised that he's doing behaviors that arrogant millionaires, not calling him arrogant, I'm just saying as in general, arrogant millionaires make moves and behave certain ways, and then all of a sudden this dude behaves that way and you're fucking surprised. I mean, he's just going to do what he's doing, you know. And I think the problem comes from people other people who idolize him too much. And I'm just like, "Oh, what's my Twitch channel?" Here, the YouTube chat. I will drop my Twitch channel right now. I'll give you the direct link. Yeah, because like anyway, in regards to that the Ross Strauss thing, um what the fuck do you expect from someone, dude? Like he's been on top. He's been on top for like a decade, surrounded by probably yes men all the time. Millionaire. Um I don't know what you expect from someone like that. That's just what happens. That's just what they do. That's just how their brain works. Oh, I'm not sorry that I use AI. I'm sorry that you guys didn't like that I used it. You know what I mean? So he's just gonna do what he's gonna do. You know, I don't understand why people have a hate for him or a problem with him. If he would stop idolizing people so hard, this wouldn't be a problem. All you gotta do is, you know, stop buying his stuff if that's how you feel. Like when Costco gives out free samples, or in this case, paid samples, if I don't like the thing, I don't kick over the stand and say, fuck you, fuck this stand. I just say, that's not for me. I walk away. Yeah, so yeah, all the bad things that you've heard about him and all that stuff, it's just drama. It's just whatever, you know. People whatever, you know, whatever's involved. The real problem is when people choose to engage and take it personally. I engage because it entertains me. See that newspaper? It's 90% bullshit, but it entertains me. That's why I read it. You won't let me read it. So you entertain me with your bullshit. Hope people know what that's from. If you don't know where that's from, I swear to God, get off my channel. Anyway, yeah, that's just my that's just my opinion on it. And that doesn't just go for Ross Draws or artists. That goes for anyone in general. Malcolm says people don't know how to be themselves nowadays. Oh, this is the real me. Uh, Unless that other me gets more likes. You guys know me. I'm a huge advocate of doing doing the thing that makes you happy. So as an artist, we get a lot of people who come into the stream and they ask for advice. And I always tell people that if one of your goals is to be a popular artist on the social medias, you have to play the game. I never look down on people who do the dancing. You know what I mean? Who do the dancing. Um, show a little cleavage with your artwork when you post it up. You know, here's the drawing I did. The image itself is like say 40% cleavage, 20% drawing, and then like whatever. Uh, that's what it is. So whatever. That's the same thing as the Ross Straw situation. He's just doing what he needs to do. You don't like it, you know what I mean? So, do we have any artists in here who are currently working on any projects? Mm. Nonette, what's up? You know, on Twitch, we finally got to 10,500 followers. I appreciate that many people staying on board during our hiatus. At some point, um, the house is gonna wake up because like the dog already woke up, right? At some point, the house is gonna wake up, and then I will have to convert to domestic mode. Uh, Sick art. Oh, I thought I thought you were saying that you were sick of art. I'm just like, I know, right? I know, right? But you said sick art. Thank you. I'm just seeing what I want to see. But thank you, Nonet. I appreciate that. Malcolm says it's funny you say that. One of the artists who you rated a few years ago you follow, she makes beautiful art. Notice at one point she stopped doing art and started pole dancing instead. Needless to say, her viewership went up through the roof. Yeah, but I mean, think about it. If creating artwork was creating a struggle in her life to the point where maybe she wasn't even able to make art anymore because it was such a struggle. And let's say the pole dancing brings in the viewers and brings in the numbers, and then more than anything, brings in the resources. Do that for a few years, consider that an investment. You can always go back to your art. Anything could be an art. Subway sandwich people are literally called sandwich artists or some shit like that. It is hard. Yeah, it looks very difficult. Yeah. Very athletic, right? But my point is we had somebody in the chat earlier, I'm not going to drop his name. We had somebody in the chat the other day who came by and he just was like stressed out cuz he didn't know what to do about like he wants to keep working on his art, but he needs to get a job. And he was considering, and again, I'm not going to drop any names, but he was considering enlisting in the Marines so that he can get his like he can get like his financials taken care of, and then in his free time he can draw. And I was just like, that is not a step backward. But he didn't want to take the time off from drawing because you know basic training, especially in the Marines, is really long. And then you got I was gonna say A school, but whatever the fucking Marine A school is. Um, and he was just like, I don't want to take that much time away from my art. And I was like, look, it seems like a lot of time away in the moment, but what you're doing is long term investment where you're gonna so like with that pole dancing, you shouldn't do that for however long. Gather the followers and the money and the resources, and then when she's ready to go back to go full time painting, she's gonna have more resources than she ever would have if she just stayed painting that entire time. You know, what's a couple of years in exchange for being able to do the thing that you want later in life? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that whole thing you talk about, she started pole dancing, her viewers went up. Um, whether that was a desperation move or like a more of like a what do you call it, like a play for the long term, I think that's probably the smarter move. You relate to that? You're from you're from the interested in art but needs to study gang. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean that's like let's say you want to be an artist, but you're currently in college or whatever, and you know you I would always tell people finish what you're doing, go get that job, and then you work a job that makes the most amount of money that requires the least amount of like energy from you, or the best that you could find the balance of. And then when you clock out, what did we say earlier? Don't spend the rest of your night on your phone. Go start drawing. And I guarantee that that couple of hours you get every night after you clock out from work, the amount of time you spend drawing, doing it that way, will accumulate to more study hours than somebody who has to do art full time as a job to make a living. Because for the most part, people who are doing artwork for a living don't get time to study because you're always looking for your next commission. So you wanna be able to get good at art and study your craft and actually, I don't know, fucking draw or paint the thing you want to. I always tell people, even myself, don't go full time. That's a foolish move. That's wisdom coming from somebody who's been doing it for a while. But you know what? Motherfuckers still won't listen to me. It's because I'm Asian. Your family is worried about your lack of career choices. Oh man, they just don't want you to struggle. That's what it comes down to. They just don't want they just don't want you to struggle. You can't blame a family. You can't blame a family who's just like, I'd prefer you pick this more secure job. You're just like, they don't support me. Fuck them. They don't want me to be an artist. It's just like, no, I kind of just want you to be able to eat like whenever you feel like it. you know, your family is a bunch of Kermit the Frogs. No. Oh, we have a very good crowd today. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Plus, they're Asian. Oh shit, it's a wrap then, man. Are you first generation? Well, are you US based? This is the first question. Because I'm US based first generation here. So, um my parents were very much, like, now here's the thing about my parents. They really, really, really cared for a while and then eventually I failed at so many things that I think the bar, because the bar they have for my siblings is really high, but the bar for me has, I think I have whittled down the bar so far through my past failures that they're just like, oh, okay, well, are you like starving? Not too bad. All right, cool. But yeah, if it's a hard sell, right? Wanting to be an artist, it's a hard sell to like immigrant families because they're just like, what the fuck? What are you going to do with a degree in cartoons? Yeah, I'm very thankful for my parents being very supportive. Even though I basically, I think the Asian, not normal disappointment. I think the Asian disappointment that I've left with them has just worn them down to the point where they're just like, all right, look, just do something, bro. Just fucking do something, bro. Your mom asked if I could know dramatics, and she started laughing. Could do dramatics, and she started laughing. Oh, like, hold on, my dog is. What? Are you hungry? Okay. Okay, everybody. I have to take like a just take a short break. I'm gonna go ahead and put up this break thing here on the screen. Okay, I have to go feed the dog because I didn't realize it's 11 a.m. here and she hasn't eaten breakfast yet. Um, but anyway, that's gonna be real quick because the food's already cooked. I just gotta slap it all together. BRB, okay? Nobody go anywhere or whatever. All right. My bad. I have to take care of something around the house here, okay? So, don't mean to cut this shit short, but just thank you guys for hanging out, Malcolm. Appreciate that sub as always, dude. Thank you so much, man. Get that OT. Get that shit, man. And the TikTok chat, almost 1,000 likes. I don't know what happened there, but I appreciate it. Thank you. But all right, we'll come back later when fucking fix all this shit here. Thank you. Have a good one. Smile.